My name is Charley Bowan. I'm co-chair of the Environmental Justice Task Force of the Western New York Peace Center, located in Buffalo, now in our 51st year. I'm in favor of the proposed CO2 emission standards. New York State's coal-fired plants could shut down today and the grid would be fine. Clearly, New York State has coal-fire generation at two locations, Somerset and Lansing. In 2017, these plants generated a total of 0.567 terawatt hours, or 4.43% of New York State's net generation. For comparison, New York State solar installations behind the meter are expected to produce 1.29 terawatt hours this year. Electrical generation from New York State solar PV is now more than twice that of coal. Clearly, electricity from coal is a very, very minor component of New York State's total electric generation. Correspondingly, the atmospheric CO2 emitted from coal-fired plants is a minor component of the state's greenhouse gas emissions. In 2017, CO2 emitted from Cayuga and Somerset totaled 0.55 million metric tons. New York State's electricity generation greenhouse gases totaled 27 million metric tons. The greenhouse gas emissions from burning coal is only 2% of the total emissions arising from all sources of electrical production. A tiny fraction of our electricity generation production represents a disproportionately larger footprint in our greenhouse gas emissions. Governor Cuomo's laudable goal of reducing 1990 greenhouse gas emissions from all sectors by 40% represents a decrease of 94 million metric tons. Where are we going to find that? Creating a policy which effectively shuts down coal-fired electrical production is an itsy-bitsy step in the right direction. When Somerset and Cayuga coal plants close, we will have taken an itsy-bitsy step of 0.59% towards the governor's goal. To achieve the governor's greenhouse emissions goal, we need to do much, much, much more. If by some miracle all of New York State's electrical generation came from renewable sources tomorrow, we would only eliminate 27 million metric tons of CO2, or 29% of the 94 million metric tons. Where do we find the other 67 million metric tons? We need to rapidly electrify the transportation sector, we need to transition to ground source and air source heat pumps, and we need to rapidly expand investments in energy efficiency. If we do, Governor Cuomo's goal can be reached. Thank you.